If you face obstacles in your life, you should be grateful instead of resenting or backing off from them. This sounds ironic, right? Obstacles stop us. Obstacles don't allow us to grow. Like if you're going from this place to this place, and if the road is clear, you can go directly. But if there is a big wall in between, then you need to go here, turn around, and then go there. So it doesn't make sense to be grateful for that wall and that obstacle, right? That is not how we should think. Instead, we need to think of obstacles as opportunities for us to grow and do even more. Instead of thinking that obstacles block our path, obstacles are actually the path for us. And if we learn how to overcome them, if we learn how to grow through them, we will be able to do even more and scale at a much higher level in our lives, in our business, in our personal relationships, and in our jobs and whatever we do. Obstacles that we face in our life are similar to school exams that we give. If you want to go from first grade to second grade, what do you have to do? You have to give that exam, right? You have to write out those question papers, you have to write answers for them, and only then will you be able to get to the next level. In the same way, in life, the obstacles that you face are examinations. If you see that, no, I don't want to face these obstacles, they are stopping my growth, it won't make sense at all. And if you would back off from the obstacles, if you would be in the first grade and you say, no, my exams are an obstacle, I cannot give them, I have to back off from them, will you ever be able to go to the second, third, fourth, fifth grade? Never. And you will just remain at that level and will just remain stagnated. So don't think of obstacles as something that stop you from growing. Think of them as an examination that you have to give, and that examination will let you go to the next level. It's as simple as that. And if you fail in an exam, what happens? Like you're giving your first grade exam but you fail. Maybe that is, if we compare it to real life, it's like you start going up on that ladder. If you start climbing over that obstacle but you fall back, you aren't able to overcome it. That is, you fail the examination. So how do you deal with it? Do you just sit back? Do you sit back like this and say, no, life isn't going to work out for me, I can't do anything, my hands are up? You don't say that when you fail an examination. Instead, what you do is you open up your textbooks, you start studying again, and you revise your concepts even better so that you can pass the examination. Like that, in life, when you fall off when trying to overcome those kind of obstacles, you don't need to give up, you don't need to raise your hands up and say, I'm done. That is the attitude of a loser. And I know that you are a winner. You are an achiever and you are going to go to massive levels of success. But this attitude, if you have this attitude that I'm giving up, I can't overcome this obstacle, then you won't get to that level. So what you need to do is, just like that examination, prepare better, learn from your failure, and then climb that ladder again, and I'm sure you will get over that obstacle, you will get over that barrier. Let's just understand all of this through some more examples that will help us understand that how are these obstacles actually the path for us. So if you want to start writing, let's say that you want to start blogging online and you are like, yeah, maybe I'll start a food blog, maybe I'll start a travel blog, and you don't actually start writing. You fear that your writing will be bad. You think that your writing is bad and that is an obstacle for you. But the truth is that if you back off from that obstacle, if you say, no, I can't overcome this obstacle, that is not my path, then what is the path? Writing those things and then publishing them on your blog is the path. And if that is only your obstacle, then you will never be able to do that. Instead, you need to stop procrastinating in that. You need to start taking better action. You need to write that blog post. No matter how crappy it is, no matter how bad it is, you just need to write that blog post down, then upload it to your website, and that is how the obstacle becomes your path. Another thing is that you are shy when talking to people. This can happen a lot. You feel that no, I should, what if they judge me? What if I'm not very good? What if I sound silly? What if I sound childish? So all of us face this kind of problem at some point. We want to approach someone, but we are a little hesitant. We think that no, we may have some kind of bad picture formed in their minds and all of those things. But if you want to socialize, if you want to grow your network, this kind of attitude will not help you at all. The obstacle is again your path here, because until and unless you don't talk to new people, you don't practice what you're fearing, then you won't be able to grow your network, you won't be able to connect with new people. It's that simple. So what you need to do is that instead of worrying and instead of backing off, just go do that. If one person thinks that you are silly, it does not matter, because you have 7 billion other people out there in the world that you can connect with. Let's do a simple exercise. If you feel that you cannot connect with strangers and all, send me a message. I am on different social platforms, connect with me. I won't judge you. But when you do this, what you will be able to do is that you will be able to take one step to overcome that obstacle. So do that right now. If you feel that you are a little bit shy and you can't connect with people, just send me hi and I'll respond to you. We'll have a great conversation. So this is another example of how the obstacle becomes the path. Another one is that you get a big project at work. Let's say that you are the project manager in some company and you get a very big project that goes into thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's a very expensive project. But you can't say that no, this is too big, or that there will be many problems in this, so we can't do it. Instead, what you'll do is you'll try to find out solutions to those problems. That big project which looks like an obstacle to you is your path, because when you do that, you may be able to get promoted. You can go to the next level and the next level until, who knows, you become the president of the company as well. This is the kind of attitude you need to have. No matter what happens, if you face obstacles, they are the way for you to succeed, not something that stops you from succeeding. Another thing that happens is, these were like examples of when we don't start only. But many people do start and they face obstacles in the journey. And dealing with them is simple as well. Let me give you my example. So back in October 2020, when I wrote my first book, Explore the New You, I had written about 45,000 words in the first draft. Then I was going through it, I was correcting everything, and midway I realized that this isn't working out very well. And I completely changed the structure of the whole book. Something that I had mentioned at the top, the habit section, I just put it at the last, because I felt that that was how it should be arranged. I revamped the whole book, I changed everything, and in the end, what happened was that I was about 30,000 words in. I had edited all of that, I had arranged all of that correctly, and then the last 15,000 words, that was the whole last section, I felt that this is being dragged way too long. This isn't necessary, this has to be changed. And that was a big obstacle, because if I was going to go line by line, changing it, it would have taken much more time, it wouldn't have even become chronological. So there were two choices in front of me. One was to let the draft sit like that, to say that no, I couldn't complete the book. And the second was to delete all of those 15,000 words and start all over again. It is a big step. Sometimes a 15,000 word book is itself a book. So what I was doing was that I was actually deleting a whole book. And it was difficult, right? Because rewriting 15,000 words and rewriting the whole topic completely is difficult. But I did not think of it that way. I knew that if I want to give my best to readers like you, I need to do this. And if I want to publish my book, I need to do this. And that is what I did. I cut out all of those 15,000 words and I rewrote that whole section. And I am so glad I did that, because the second time that came out so beautifully. The whole concept changed, the way I presented those thoughts changed, and it was beautiful. That is what marked the completion of my book. All of that which I did. And again, in your journey as well, you will face obstacles, because nothing worth having ever comes easy. Those obstacles are the way for you to succeed. And even if you need to delete 15,000 words like I had to do, or you need to start all over again, do that. Because until and unless you don't do that, you won't be able to pass that examination, you won't be able to get to the next grade, and you won't be able to grow and scale to the next level. Keep this in mind. Remember that obstacles are the way for you to succeed, and you will start growing and achieving more and more. Thank you very much for watching this video.